Let me show you a clip of AI replacing photographers and photography, because this really could have profound impact on the world ahead.
So a developer from the Netherlands has developed an AI photography platform called Deep Agency. You just upload some pictures of yourself and their AI will create a HD portrait photo shoots for you. All those pictures there, this is just a couple of examples, don't exist. They're not real. Those pictures weren't taken. The individual uploaded their face, a couple of pictures, presumably. Then the data then turns that into hundreds of different options that they could select.
So, like in that example, we already have that tech. You know, I've done episodes of my podcast where I've shown AI pictures of Alfie, where I've uploaded a bunch of pictures and it's made fake versions of myself, right? But when we, like, you remember the Pope puffer jacket picture that went viral, right? That's like a light-hearted example. But what happens when you can, you know, upload somebody's face and it will make AI porn of that person, right? And you can't tell if it's real or not. What happens when you can upload the Tim Cook example that you talked about? Could AI replace not just photographers, but the trust in the photography and the images itself? Could AI, you know, destroy the fabric of reliability of evidence when it comes to courts, when it comes to the media, when it comes to the most trusted form of news in podcasts? We've talked about AI replacing audio and video, but what about just stable images? You know, what impact do you think that could have on the future?
Yeah, it's as all of it again sound like a broken record, but it's scary, right? Good point that you just mentioned about courts. I hadn't even thought about that. But essentially the saying, a picture speaks 1,000 words, goes to complete shit.
Yes.
Because you're like, well, because it speaks 1,000 words, we cannot assume any of it to be true. So now that you mentioned, I am very curious to see what that's going to mean for like the scope of evidence that you have to provide if you're suing someone. Because indeed, you could just claim as a counter argument it's deepfake or it's been forged or whatever. And then you need like forensic people to come in and prove that, which that goes beyond my knowledge of how that actually works.
I saw something actually really hilarious. It was like a meme on X, and it was saying that this company is now selling a fake additional finger that you can put on your hand. So if you go shoplifting in a shop and the CCTV catches you, you can just say it was an AI picture because you've got too many fingers.
Yeah, good. Yeah, smart. I mean, that's a good business idea. Yeah, although then Amazon comes in and already ruins that idea, you know, with their cashless checkouts. But anyway, no, that's cool. Yep. I mean, the conclusion of it all, man, is it's scary. It's literally a scary time to be alive for a multitude of reasons. And I think to some extent you can see that AI is mainly a US thing, that it's being pushed because the US is known for their optimism and sort of blind optimism that it will all work itself out and jump into things and, you know, the American dream and stuff. And the American dream is now somehow AI and we need to push it faster. I think naturally, coming from the Netherlands, that is something whereby you're just naturally a bit more hesitant of stuff and like, let me see how this develops and figure it out as it goes. And stop and ask myself a couple of questions like, is this really a smart idea? And I worry about that I don't feel like anybody's properly asking. I mean, there are, but these people are not breaking through the noise.
Well, let me ask you one more question to finish this up then. We've talked about AI potentially replacing content creators, whether that is, you know, actors, YouTubers, commercials, deepfakes, whatever, right? Loads of different industries that we've touched upon, and we've showed the beginning stages of potentially the end, or maybe the beginning of the future. Just a different type of content, just a different type of medium. Does AI excite you or does it scare you? Which direction do you lean in?
For now, it excites me. For now, I think I've been lucky in my timing that I think for now I can use it as a tool to work for me. I'm already using Runway, for example, which is a tool, some of the stuff that you just mentioned about, you know, text to video or image to video or whatever. There's other tools whereby we use to, ChatGPT to come up with content format ideas. And right now it's very helpful. And it speeds up and it saves me taking on one full-time person, at least probably two. When it gets into the point that it starts replacing me, which I think is still a couple of years away, I would say solid 5-10 years before it's at such a quality that you can say...
Probably, yeah.
Because the beer commercial example one that you say, you just see that.
Terrible,
it's weird, right?
Yeah,
or same as the deep fake. But the fact that it's possible is, of course, insane. So for now, I'm excited. The moment it turns is probably the point where I'm like, okay, now I've got to get out, find something else that's going to help me in the long run.
Cool. Then we open up the hotel.
Exactly.
Cool.
Any investors? No.